I hear the sound. I think I hear the sound of some brilliant people getting ready to start an amazing day. Well, good morning, good morning, good morning to you. How is everyone doing here in Team Effort Network? Well, I tell you, family, things are just growing and happening each and every day. Wonderful, wonderful, great news is happening here in Team Effort Network. Well, you have dialed into the Team Effort Network Lifestyle Call, and this is your host, Pastor Denise McDowell, along with my business partner, one-star Pastor Del Wafer. Family, the line is open. Go right ahead. Introduce yourself. What's your name? Where are you calling in from?
Akeisha, Berkeley, California.
Hi, Akeisha.
Hi.
Hi, how are you?
I'm absolutely wonderful.
That's
how are
good
you?
To hear. I'm doing great. I hear the sound. I hear a great sound this morning. The mighty, powerful folks dialing in.
Yes.
Good to have you here. Good to have you here.
Great to be
here.
here.
Keep it coming, family. Who else is with us? Go right here and introduce yourself.
Thelma Williams, Walterboro, South Carolina. Good morning. Too legit to quit.
All right, Miss Thelma, where you been, girl? You know I've been missing you.
Sometimes I be on. I just don't say anything, but sometimes I have to say it. I'm too legit to quit. We'll keep trying.
She said too legit to quit. All right, Miss Thelma, I hear you, girl.
All right.
Well, good to hear you.
Don Joseph, Riverview, California.
Woo! Hey, Don Joseph, welcome.
Good to be on the call. We had a special guest, Mrs. Shatina Day, on last night. She blew it right out the park. Just product overview.
Oh, I bet that was awesome.
We just let, boy, I tell you, we all were just left with our mouths wide open. Just, wow.
Well, that is good to hear. I know you ought to get any sleep last night.
No sleep. No sleep at all.
Well, good to hear that. Well, keep it coming, family. Who else is with us this morning?
7-Eleven hot dog, like a 7-Eleven.
Rolling like a 7-Eleven.
No sleep. But she was Shatina Day. We celebrate her on Wednesdays. They had a little flavor of that last night. So my compliments to Don and his team out there on the West Coast. Keep making it happen.
That's
Thank
awesome.
You, Mr. Jackson. Yes, sir.
Thank you, Paul Jackson. Keep it coming, family. Who else is with us? Keep it coming.
Good morning. Top of the morning for
Top of the morning to you, Maureen Murphy Smith. How are you, lady?
I've never stayed so excited in all my life. I'm still excited. Something is wrong. I am still excited. I'm counting money, and I haven't got it in my hand. Trim by 10, okay? That's my new name.
Her new name is Trim by 10.
That's right. Platinum. Trim by 10 platinum.
First and middle and last name, huh?
Trim by 10 platinum.
I like that. Thank you, Maureen. Come on, family. Who else is with us this morning? Go right ahead.
Lloyd Gibson, Oakland, California. Pick a spot because we're going straight to the top, non-stop.
I got my spot, man. I got my spot.
I know you do, and I'm right behind you.
Lord, I know you all didn't get any sleep last night after that call, huh?
Oh, wow. What a pleasure. And just to have Mr. Paul Jackson stay up late was an honor just to join us.
My goodness. Wow. That's family, fam. That's family. That's those family come together. All kind of good teamwork. Make the dream work. That's right. That's a great sound. Great sound.
Cindy McLean from Brookville, Maryland.
Hey, Cindy, how are you?
The conference is now in presentation mode. Your line is muted.
One of you for down this morning, bringing your joy and your laughter. Boy, it sounds like Donald Joseph and Lloyd Gibson and Paul Jackson. You guys had a good time on that call last night with Shakina Day. I know she just knocked it out the ball still, bringing some wonderful, wonderful, amazing information in regards to our Trim by 10 and our vitamin sprays. I can only imagine the joy that was on that call. And I love that with Maureen. Maureen says her new name is Trim by 10 Go Platinum. That's her new name. But just call me Trim by 10 Go Platinum. I hear you, girl. I love that. But you know what, family? I'm just about out of my Trim by 10. I don't know what I'm going to do. I don't know if I can wait until April the 2nd to place an order. Robert Higgins, if you're on this call listening, you all better ship me some Trim by 10. I need some Trim by 10. I got a few more packages left for the meeting tonight, and I think a couple more for the training on Saturday. And after that, I'm going to have to wait a whole week, family. We're just 1 week away. 1 week away from getting the full 411 on going platinum, and how going platinum in the Trim by 10 is going to take Team Up and Network to the 15 million in the next 18 months. I sure hope you all see that happening. I sure hope you have written it down. You have visualized it, and you have your goals and your plans written out as to how you're going to be a part of that happening in the next 18 months, because it's going to happen. But if you don't put yourself in a position, like Lord Gibson says, pick a spot at the top. You better pick a spot where you want to be, and then you better work towards that, because it's going. The Team Up and Network is going there this year, 2015, and it's not for the ones that's sitting by the wayside watching. It's for the ones that's taking action. Now is the time to show and tell. Now is the time to get out there and tell your friends and your families and your prospects what's happening. Talk about this Trim by 10. This is a wonderful, healthy energy drink that people need. People need fiber. Fiber is just as important to your daily supplement as vitamins and minerals are. And we all know and understand that fiber cannot be converted into a spray. So you tell me this company is not looking out for our overall best to give us optimum health. Can you get over that? We have the wonderful, amazing vitamin sprays, the vitamin D, that is essential to your health. Dr. Oz says that if he would recommend any vitamin, it would be the vitamin D. You need vitamin D. Every receptor in your cell in your body has a receptor to receive vitamin D. It's important. Look at all the conditions that it helps with. So many conditions. Just Google vitamin D deficiency, and you will see what is linked to it. So we have so many amazing testimonies from people when they just started taking the vitamin D alone. The incredible testimonies that came forth from that, including my own. Then we have the B Boost. I'm telling you, I think about Eric Gales. Every time I think about the B Boost, here's a young man who was a hard worker, working towards some great goals he set for his family and himself, and he got hooked on Monster Energy. That drink, that Monster Energy drink that's full of caffeine, that's full of sugar. Did it give him energy? Oh, yeah, it gave him energy, but it also caused him to have seizures. So he was having seizures from drinking the energy drink, Monster Energy, and then from the seizures, the doctors gave him medication for the seizures. Well, guess what the medication did? It caused him to be depressed. And guess what the depression did? It caused him to have suicidal thoughts. And praise God, we have a wonderful team player, Jesse Bowden, walked into a place where this man was working, not even knowing his condition, and handing him a B Boost. And say, here, you might want to try this when you get a chance. Eric's like, what is it? He said, well, it's just a natural energy spray. Just go ahead and try it. Eric tried that B Boost, and he's been building a powerful team ever since then. His health is better. His wife is on the sprays. His mom is on the sprays. His mom-in-law and his dad, everyone are taking the sprays, and they're doing great. So just another wonderful, amazing testimony from the vitamin spray. And then, of course, the Slim by 10. People are losing weight like crazy just on the Slim by 10 alone. Just on the spray alone, because of the ingredients, the Garcinia cambogia, the African mango, all the wonderful and fat-burning ingredients that's in that spray. Then we have the Super 10, cleaning the body out, detoxifying the body, reducing inflammation. Oh, the Super 10 is something. You can go on and on and on about the Super 10. If Mr. Jackson was on the call, he would tell you that's his favorite one. But that Super 10 is amazing. And then they came up with the Stellar Energy. My goodness, with the glutathione, the master protector of the body. These wonderful, amazing vitamin sprays, vitamin supplements that the body needs to do optimum performance. And then we say, we need fiber in the body. We need protein. There's other things we need in the body that can't be converted into a spray. Well, Melon A. McGill did the research and found out and came up with Trim by 10. and the amazing ingredients that's in that Trim by 10. I'm telling you, family, if you don't know, you better ask somebody. But if you can get the recording from Shakina Day that was on the call yesterday, and also I hear she was on the call last night with Don Joseph and the team, get that call and learn all you can to know about the awesome, wonderful, amazing ingredients that is in our Trim by 10, and already so many wonderful testimonies that are coming forth with that. And we've only had it for a couple of weeks, but already people are enjoying the benefits from taking the Trim by 10. Well, we're going places, family. We're going places fast, and we know that next Thursday, just a week from today, Mel Gill is going to be doing a live webinar. Oh, we can't wait. He just has a way of really just getting us all excited and just waiting and anticipating and telling people about it. And then we got to wait until the day finally comes, and then he just kind of blows our mind again. Then we spend the next 2 months trying to calm down from that. But next Thursday, I don't have the time on it. They haven't released the time, but I'm assuming it may be 8 o'clock Pacific time. But next Thursday, you're going to have yourself in front of a computer, laptop or something to be a part of this webinar that Mel Gill is going to do. He's going to do the first webinar and the first training on the Trim by 10. And that day, we're going to be able to run through the gate, and everyone's going to be able to go platinum. And going platinum that day is going to change your business tremendously. So get your team lined up, get your new sign-ups lined up, and everybody be ready to go platinum next Thursday, April the 2nd. It's going to be an amazing day for Team Up and Over. It's going to be the first step towards going towards that $50 million in the next 18 months. And this is why you want to go platinum, because you want to be a part of that $50 million that's going to be taking place. It's going to manifest here in the next 18 months. I think it's going to be done before 18 months, but Mel Gill said within the next 18 months, that's where we're going. So you need to put yourself in a position to be a part of that blessing. Well, as you know, we always have some wonderful guests on the call that come on and talk about the sprays, or talk about the 10 by 10, or talk about the business, or Melanie Miguel, or whatever's on their heart, and how Team Up and Network has made a difference in their lives. And I'm happy for this young man that's going to be on the call today, because he's just a joy to me. He's a blessing to me. I've watched him grow from the time he was, what they say, knee-high to a melon. I think that's how to say it. But he's an amazing young man, and he's one of those kids you say, you know what, your children, you love your children. You love them dearly, but then you always have the one you say, no, not only do I love him, I like this guy. He is something special about this little young man right here, and I can't take the full credit for it, because I know God just put him together, made him an amazing person. So I'm excited to bring to the call not only my business partner in 10, not only my traveling partner, he travels with me whenever I go in and out of town, but he's also my son. So I am happy to bring to the call my son, Chris McDowell. Chris, are you there?
Yes, good morning, Sam family. How y'all doing?
And they're all saying they're doing great, Chris. Everyone's muted out, but how are you doing today?
I'm doing great today, About to, go in the kitchen, get my Trim by 10. This one little glass. I can say Trim by 10 has been an amazing product. Definitely has been a testimony to me as far as my energy, because I know after Vegas has taken all my energy. I know Trim has gotten me back on my feet. So Trim, it's funny because this past Saturday, I had a game, and woke up early, and I was just feeling sleepy and drowsy and tired, and I didn't really feel like playing. But then I took a glass of Trim. Man, I told Coach Doman to take me out the game. I ended up playing the whole game. That Trim was so good. But one thing I do want to speak about tonight is, speak about this morning is, first I want to thank Amy and Mel Gill for allowing me and my brothers to take part on the stage in the 10 conference event. And everybody that has seen me and known me and talked to me, I always preach about dreams. That's one thing I always tell people, go for your dreams. And a perfect example of going for your dreams is the Vegas trip. Me, my best friend DJ, and Poetry Brother Orville, we all had made a resolution at the beginning of the year that everything that we do this year, we was going to do everything that we love, whether it was poetry, basketball, art, music, anything that we love to do. We made a commitment this year to do it. And of course, my commitment this year was photography, basketball, poetry, and 10, of course, 10. And God has been a blessing this year to me, because this year has been my best probably basketball career since high school, where I'm top 10, where I'm a top 10 scorer in the league, averaging 25 points a game, and 10 has been great financially for me. And I know everybody's excited because yesterday was payday, so I know everybody was screaming hallelujah, thanking Jesus. and poetry has definitely been a blessing to me as well. I've been able to speak throughout DC. I've been able to even on the Vegas trip, we was able to speak light at a hookah lounge where everybody's drinking and turned up, but we was able to shine our light in a dark place, and we was able to go the next day and be able to preach for kids and tell kids to live your dreams and be motivated and stay motivated, and don't let nobody tell you nothing is going to stop you from reaching your dream. Because thing is, when you start doing things you love, you begin to enjoy life, and life is meant to be enjoyed. It's not meant to be stressed. It's not meant to be depressed about it. It's meant to be enjoyed. God gave us a beautiful world, and we have to enjoy these moments. And living your dream is going to help you. This 9 to 5, I talk about 9 to 5 all the time. 9 to 5 gives you enough money to pay your bills, to pay your gas, to pay your food, and then just all you're doing is just recycling every month, every week. But here you have an opportunity with 10. When 10 is built to win, with the vision of Amy and Mel Gill, they built this company for you to win, so you can live your dreams, so you can be happy, so you can do the things that you want, so you can be able to have finances in your pocket to do whatever you want. And trust me, 10 has done that for me since day one I got in the business. I used to work at Macy's, only making $8.25 an hour. Then I upgraded, and I used to work at a warehouse where the pay was cool, but it was depressing. All I did was work around a bunch of professional dreamers. And that was my brother, my best friend DJ. He made a poem called Professional Dreamers, because all we do is just sit down and we daydream. We sit at 9 to 5 and we think about what we want to do, and we think about what we could have. We had too many coulda, shoulda, wouldas, and we could be doing it right now, because it's never too late for anybody. It's never too late for anybody. So here you have a company that's willing to give you that opportunity to be able to travel the world, to be able to have fun, to be able to be stress-free, and on top of that, to be healthy, to live long, to be able to enjoy what life has to give us. Because life is too short, and we don't want to stand before God and say, I couldn't do my purpose, I couldn't fulfill my purpose, I couldn't fulfill my dream because I was stuck at work. I was stuck doing double shifts at work. I was stuck doing overtime, and I was stuck on the weekends at work, working to help another man live his dream. See, everybody has a purpose on this earth, and everybody has a dream, and everybody has a mission on this earth, and we have the opportunity, to fulfill that. And I know I'm fulfilling my purpose. And I know by the decision I made this year to continue to do that, God has blessed me. He's blessed me with him to be able to help me throughout my journey, throughout my poetry journey. He's blessed me. He has helped me put a poetry CD together that I have out. He's helped me put a photography magazine to put out. He's helped me through this basketball and to be able to be a dominant scorer and a dominant defender. And he's helped me grow closer to my family. Right? Ever since I first started, I've been able to grow on different levels with my father, with my mother, with my brothers, and with my sister. And I love them to death. But I know soon they will miss me this year. They will miss me this year because there will be sometime this year where I will be out, and me and my brothers are going to be on the move starting in the summertime. But I'm just thankful that I was able to be put in the position that I am with 10 to help me to be able to live my dreams, to complete my goals, and to fulfill my purposes, because I don't want to stand before the Lord and say, I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it. Because there's no excuses on not doing what you was called to do. When you was given a purpose, and when you was given that call, it's for you, not for nobody else. It's for you. So that's my word of today is dream. Keep dreaming. Keep living. Enjoy life. It's too short to be bound. 9 to 5 is just another form of slavery and another form of prostitution. You just sign the application and you're telling them, I'm gonna give you my all for this amount of money every week or every 2 weeks or whenever you get paid. So I'm telling you, live your dreams, follow your dreams, enjoy life, because it's meant to be enjoyed. As long as you have God on your side, you're always winning. That's the best teammate you can ever have. So that's my message for today.
My goodness, young man. Wow, you said a mouthful right there. And I noticed some hearts are being moved and motivated. Guys, this is a young man that's just 22 years young. And, Chris, I want you to share. You've had some wonderful one-on-ones with Mel Gill. Why don't you talk a little bit about Mel Gill and how he's sowed into you and some of the things that he's encouraged you to do?
Yeah, Mel Gill, he's a cool dude. Like, that's one thing I say. He's very cool, he's very smooth, and he's chill. And I remember for my last competition, for my last conference event, and we had a one-on-one conversation. He was just encouraging me to keep going for my dream, keep going for it, keep living, keep being a witness to the young people. And I noticed that his heart is really for the young people, because when we was talking, he was just saying, like, he really built this so we as the young people won't have to work the 9 to 5, because I know in the presentations, my mom or Pastor Dale will always say, Mel and Amy, they never worked a 9 to 5 job, and that's a testimony within itself. He said he would never be able to fill out an application because he wouldn't know how to, because he never lived a 9 to 5. He followed his dream. He followed his purpose. He followed his vision. And that's what I want. And that's what I want to do, because I want a similar story. I want to be able to follow my dream and know that it's because of my dream, it's because of my purpose that I'm high in life and I reach my goals. So that's one thing, me and Mel always talk about when I see him, is just keep going for it. Go for your dream, keep living, enjoy life. Don't let them 9 to 5 stop you. Don't let, 9 to 5 keep you bound. Just go for it.
Now, Chris, I want you to also share a little bit of insight on the best way to approach the younger generation when bringing them into something like 10. But I want you to share, because the last big event that you had when you brought the young people here for a presentation, the one part of the presentation that stood out to all those young people was what you just said. The one part where they said, Mel and Amy Gill never worked a 9 to 5. They started industry very young, and they did this never having to work a 9 to 5. And it was something about that part that was said that just the young people connected with. And what is it about that makes young people say, well, okay, I can do this. If they did this without working 9 to 5, I can do this. So share on that, and then the best way to approach this generation to bring them into something like Team Effort Network.
So the reason why my generation connects to that part so much is because we don't want to work. We don't want to be old so young. Like, we don't want to work and give up and let all these years pass by And finally, when we retire, we don't have enough money to retire and enjoy the life, and try to do everything we should have done at 20, 21 years old, and we like 50 or 60 years old trying to relive the glory days. No, we want to enjoy and we want to live. We want to live now, because these are our youngest days. We want to have fun. We want to travel. We want to do what we love, because we're go-getters. We'll go for it. We'll go for it. We won't hesitate. Once we see it, we're very creative. So once we see the vision, we already have it painted on what we want to do. We just need guidance. And the best way to approach my generation is just you gotta be easy. You gotta be like calm and just like present the opportunity. You know, it's just like when my first approach, my first business partner, I told her, I was like, I told you I have a way for you to work your own hours, make all the money you want, and so you can do whatever you want to do in life. So you want to live your dream. Develop a relationship or a friendship with that young person. Find out what he or she likes to do. What does he or she want to do? What is he or she striving for? Because all of us have different stories. All of us have different backgrounds. Some of us want to help our families. Some of us want to help our mothers, our fathers. Some of us just want to travel and just see everything the world has to give. Some of us want to have our own businesses. And I know a lot of my generation want to have their own business. So give them the opportunity of running their own business. Tell them, what are you into? What do you like doing? You know, develop a friendship, a relationship with that young person, because once you develop that relationship and that friendship, it doesn't go anywhere. So by the time you introduce the opportunity of health and wealth, they'll jump right on it. Everybody that I brought in, I develop a friendship and a relationship with. So by the time when and it's all about timing, because when the time is right, they're gonna want something different. And they're gonna ask you, what do you do? How did you get where you are right now? So definitely the best approach is to develop a relationship with that person.
Look at me taking notes. Wow, my goodness, Chris, I tell you, boy, you've been a blessing and a joy to us today. I love, and look, about my trim by 10. Let everybody know why I'm out of trim by 10. I don't know why I don't have any more trim by 10. Go on, tell them. Don't laugh now. I'm trying to find my trim by 10. He'll drink it all up. So you like that trim by 10, huh?
Yes, it's a miracle worker. Like, that energy is unbelievable.
It does give you nice, good, natural energy. But it is a wonderful thing. Chris, thank you so much. I love the fact that you said stop being professional dreamers. Everybody's sitting back daydreaming. You don't have to be a professional dreamer anymore. You can now take action and make your dream reality. I love it when you said that Melanie McGill built this company for you to win. And family, that is so true. Melanie McGill and Papa Gill built this company for you to win. Grasp that. Understand that. Even Chris sees that. This company was built for us to win. There's no way you can lose. The only way you can lose in this company is if you literally do nothing at all. If you take no action at all, that's the only way you can lose. If you do a little bit, you're going to win in this company. And I love it, Chris, when you said that you and your buddies made a commitment this year to do everything that you love to do. I think everyone needs to do that. Just do what you love to do. I spoke with Denise Moore last week. Denise Moore told me that she scheduled her work around her vacation. I said, girl, you are speaking a foreign language to me. She scheduled her work and her life around her vacation. You know what? I heard that loud and clear, and I made a commitment. I'm taking more vacations this year. Indeed, I am. You watch me. Right, Chris? Chris said we're going to miss him. Yeah, y'all going to miss me, too. So Mama going to be out there vacationing. You hear me? All up in the Bahamas and Hawaii. I'm going to be out there just feet kicked up, having a good time. Because this is what Team Up the Network is offering. is offering that wonderful lifestyle to do the things that you desire to do and not be that professional dreamer, sitting back daydreaming what you want to do. Chris, share one other thing. When you look in your back office and it's payday, how does that make you feel?
Man, I'm like, Jesus, you playing with me right now, aren't you? You playing right now, aren't you? every week, I'm like,
every week, Chris look in his back office. He called me and said, Mom, stop playing. I got paid again. I said, I guess you did. He said, wow. So it's easy just sharing, Chris, right? Just sharing people, getting them to the meeting, letting them see it, showing them what it can do, giving them just a little bit, asking them what they want to do, developing a relationship, listen to that person's why, and letting them know what you're doing and how you're doing it. And who doesn't want to be a part of that? Right, Chris?
Exactly. Who wouldn't?
Well, thank you, Chris McDowell, for being here with us today and sharing your heart and the vision from the young people's point of view. I know you and Mel have a wonderful time just talking. He sent you videos and things to watch, and Tammy, Mel told me, don't bother him. Let him do it the way he want to do it. Like when he said, when Chris is ready to present to young people, let him talk the way he wants to talk. Let him do it the way he don't be trying to correct him. Let him do it the way him and the young people do it. I said, oh, Mel, so you kicking me out of his way? He said, yeah, let Chris do it the way him and the young people do it. So I said, okay, Mel, I got you. And that's what I try to get out the way. Chris packed the house one day. I think your first presentation, how many people did you have at your presentation? What was it? I don't even know how many. We had a room in the house.
Yeah, it was probably like 100, 80 to 100. I know it was packed because it was so hot. It was very hot.
But the beauty thing about it, they didn't care whether they were sitting on the floor, on the couch. They didn't care whether they had a chair or anything. They just came in and just packed the place, supported one another, listened to the presentation, and they took action. And it's just beautiful. Young people, they do dream. We don't want to crush their dreams by telling them they have to work at McDonald's or Pizza Hut or some 9 to 5. We don't want to crush their dreams. And they don't want to be professional dreamers. When they see something like Team Effort Network, if you can really help them to see how they can just get two friends and come together, make that investment, work hard, and make it work, they'll do it. But you got to, like Chris said, you got to show them how to do it, right, Chris? You show them how to do it, and then you get out their way, right?
Yep, got it.
Yeah. Well, thank you, young man. I appreciate that. And I put my trim by 10 back. I need that for tonight, all right?
Yep,
okay.
See everybody tonight at the meeting, 7
That's
o'clock.
Right. That's right. Tell him, Chris. Tonight, what are we doing tonight?
TTP.
TTP tonight, family. 7 o'clock. Be there with your guests. Thank you, Chris. Thank you. Well, family, let's go out to Atlanta, Georgia, to 1-3 Dr. Kevin Vaughn with our quote for today. Dr. Vaughn, Kevin Vaughn, are you there, sir? What's today? Today is Thursday, right? Hello, calling Kevin Vaughn. Are you there? And if not, let's go out to the UK. Dr. Nita Poole, are you there with the quote for today?
I am here. Can you hear me okay, Denise?
I can, Dr. Poole. How are you?
I am good. And do you know, this is the wonderful thing. Here we are. At our age, we are learning from Chris, and I think it's absolutely fantastic. That was really, really wonderful and refreshing, Chris. It was absolutely great. And it's very, very interesting. Denise, you are such a good host on these calls. You ask exactly the right questions, and you tease out exactly the right information. It was so good the way you enabled Chris to tell us all how he actually goes about speaking to the young, getting them interested, and even how he goes about speaking to Mel and Amy. And it was really good how you actually gave us the feedback of exactly the kind of advice that Mel and Amy gave, because that was really, really important. Letting people do it, actually not only the young, But whatever age, you know, old, young, male, female, professional, unprofessional, you know, gone to university, not gone to university, gone to college, not gone to college, college leaver, you know, not a college leaver, whatever it is that we all do, it's all about we all will have a different way of doing it. But that's what makes it so interesting as well. And it is all about relationships and people. So we all have a different way with people, and that's why it's really important to enable people to have the right information. And, you know, we do that really, really well on the calls. You know, the kind of information that comes out is absolutely fantastic, both nutritionally, marketing-wise, financial, how the actual opportunity works, how the products work, how the income plan works, lots and lots of tips, lots and lots of great testimonials, lots of motivational, you know, quotes, lots of information of what people are doing, what's giving success. So it's absolutely great. But, you know, all of that is just a framework. At the end of the day, it's up to all of us. We're independent representatives. It's up to us to find the way that we're comfortable with. And it's all about finding the most comfortable way of speaking to people. So that was really great information, Chris. And it's no wonder every time you look in your back office, you know, you're just growing and growing and growing, because you're obviously doing some fantastic things. And the other thing is, it's in a wider sense, it's very, very important what's happening here, because it's actually giving the young, the elderly, the middle-aged, you know, whatever age it is, as long as people are over 18, they can join. It's giving everyone the same opportunity. And in a time where the youngsters are under so much stress, it's very, very important what Chris has said about being chilled, being calm, being cool, and just going out there and doing it in the way that you feel comfortable with. And actually, it's very refreshing to hear Chris say, we've looked at life. We don't want to end up stressed out like maybe many of the older generation who are working and working and working and working and working and working into retirement. But you know what's absolutely fantastic also is Chris has found something that is meaningful, that does have value, that is a good quality product, that is a great company. And so what he's sharing is actually doing the whole community an awful lot of good. So, you know, there's many ways of making money so that we can all retire, you know, earlier, be less stressed, have financial freedom. Not all of the ways are actually doing the community good. And the trap that many people fall into in making money is to chase the money regardless of what it's actually doing. That's what's led to, you know, the corporate world pushing sugar on everyone, pushing salt on everyone, pushing fatty fast foods on everyone. That's just a simple example that's caused a huge obesity problem, huge diabetes problem, huge high blood pressure problem, even probably, you know, the research is showing that even possibly linked to cancer. So obviously there are many other factors in all the disorders that I have just mentioned, and we don't claim to treat, cure, or prevent, but we've got natural substances that can actually, we've got the testimonials, have actually helped people with all sorts of disorders, including the ones I've mentioned. So Chris is making his money and setting his goals to end up not stressed and lead life in a leisurely, less stressful and very good manner. But the vehicle that he's chosen to do it with is actually a vehicle that's doing the community good. So that is, you know, absolutely key. And in an age that we live in where we've got a very high population of young people who are getting anorexic, who have eating disorders. In fact, you know, recently there's been a lot in the media about a lot of the schools are employing counselors, therapists, various specialists, really, to help psychologists, to help both students and give classes to the parents about the fact that there's so much stress on the youngsters. There's stress with schooling, there's stress on social media, there's stress with technology, there's stress from the media, and the normal stress of just growing up. It's a very vulnerable age, going up to really 30s, 40s even. It's a very, very vulnerable age, and that's why these eating disorders hit at that time. And of course, people are very, very confused about what good nutrition is. So they're very vulnerable when they get media images that portray things that are very, very hard to achieve, when they don't really understand what good nutrition and good exercise is. So, isn't it great that we've got THW coming, Healthy Weight Management, Team Effort Network, Healthy Weight Management, which not only includes the drink, great nutritional drink, Trim by 10, not only includes the great natural sprays, Slim by 10, but it also includes the very important element of activity and exercise in it. So it's going to help the young, it's going to help the elderly, it's going to help any age group understand the importance not only of good nutrition, but healthy lifestyle as well. And notice one of the things that Chris said is, although he was tired, when he took the Trim by 10 drink, it helped him, it energized him, it's got antioxidants in it, it's got great vitamins, minerals, great natural nutritional fiber in it, and all sorts of other great ingredients in it. And that's why it helped him with his energy as well as detoxifying him. So it decreases the stress, basically. So what he did, though, with that energy is he went out there and he didn't feel like playing his sport, but then he went out there and did it. And so the sport will have done his health good as well. So this is a great example. Chris's testimonial is a great testimonial, and it's a great role model for the young. The kind of statistics are, in some schools, certain, and often it is private schools, because obviously the publicly funded school are less able to afford these things, but it's going into the publicly funded school. It's beginning to happen as well. But in the private schools, 50% of those have a psychologist. 45% have an extra counselor on hand. 90% are beginning to run classes for parents to spot the signs of anxiety, stress, and distress in young people. So the things that Chris has talked about, don't treat them lightly. They're really, really important. And in an age where everyone is plugged into IT all the time, that increases stress as well. And they say that part of the detoxification is to de-stress via less IT sometimes, to be unplugged at some times. And so, even hearing Chris's voice, he's clearly chilled. He clearly understands that life needs balance. Balance with these fantastic Team Effort nutritional sprays, balance with exercise, balance with, a healthy lifestyle, and all of us to use IT to enable our lives to be easier, but not on a rat race. So, clearly Chris is not going down the route of a rat race. He's going down the route of he's thinking about his life, and he's making great decisions for his life. So that was absolutely great, Chris, and you're a good role model to many people. So Steve Irwin said, I believe that education is all about getting excited about something. Seeing the passion and enthusiasm helps promote that educational message. Now, Chris is chilled, but we can hear he's really passionate. And in that passion, he's educating the other young people about the message. He's got a clear educational message in what he's doing. So it's absolutely great. Norman Vincent Peale said, there's a real magic in enthusiasm. It spells the difference between mediocrity and accomplishment. And Chris isn't mediocre. He's chilled, but he's not mediocre. He's accomplishing. He's clearly very enthusiastic about the direction of his life, about Team Effort Network, about Mel and Amy, about the family ethos in the whole thing, in everything that we're doing and in the relationships he has with his team. So, it's absolutely great. Samuel Ullman said, nobody grows old merely by living a number of years. They grow old by deserting their ideals. Years may wrinkle the skin, but to give up on enthusiasm wrinkles the soul. And actually, that's a little bit of what Chris was trying to kind of tell us. He doesn't want to end up his life chasing the rat race and wrinkled to his soul. He wants to end up enjoying his life and enjoying the money that he makes and doing it, building relationships. So that was absolutely great. To close, Jim Valvono said, how do you go from where you are to where you want to be? And I think you have to have an enthusiasm for life. You have to have a dream, he said, a goal. And you have to be willing to work for it. And that's exactly what Chris is doing. He's got his dream, he's got his goal, he's decided where he wants to be, he's enthusiastic about what he's doing, but he's enthusiastic about the direction in his life, and he's willing to work for it. So my hat's off to you, Chris. Thank you very much for that. Back to you, Denise.
Thank you, Dr. Poole. And Chris, yes, thank you, because so many people are sending me texts in regards to what you said as far as dreaming and young people. And I love what Keisha said, that she sent me a text. She says, what Chris said reminded her of why she loved working with young people. She said their dreams need to be nurtured and sometimes protected from individuals who've forgotten how to dream and to follow them. And that is so true. So we have to remember, our young people are not professional dreamers. They haven't given up. They just need direction. Like Chris said, just give me some direction. Just give me some guidance. I have the dream. Just teach me how to live it. And this is what Team Effort Network is offering. So go out there and get your dream. And Mel said that this right here, this Go Platinum, is for the dreamers. It's for the big dreamers. And guess what, family? You know who the big dreamers are? Those 18 and above. Those that's coming out of high school. Those that are in college. Those that are coming out of college. Those are the big dreamers. They can dream, but they just need to know, where do I begin? And I think that this is a perfect place to get them started, right here in Team Effort Network. It's a well-rounded business. It's a well-rounded family organization, and it just gives you whatever your heart desires. I don't know if many of you remember, but in Las Vegas, Chris and his buddies were able to speak spoken word poetry, and it was just phenomenal. Memo's wife said it made her cry. Mel Gill was sitting there recording and taking pictures as these young men were on stage talking about their dreams and Team Effort Network, and how Team Effort Network offers you the freedom and the liberty to live your dream. So big dreamers, this is your year. This is the year to make it reality. This is it. This is the year. Dream big. Go for it. Thank you all for being here with us today. Chris, thank you, sweetheart. Once again, put my trim by 10 back, because I hear you down there stirring it up. And family, be here tonight. TTPs are taking place tonight. Find out where there's one in your area and get your guests in the place. Get your dreamers there. Get your big dreamers there, so they can see this vision that's been written and they can take a part of it and be a part of it. Don't forget to join Mr. T tonight, 8 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Show Me the Money Call. If you can't get to a TTP, then get your guests on that call, because Mr. T is just still on fire from Las Vegas and knowing about this platinum program and exactly what it's offering us. Keep your calendars marked for April the 2nd. Mel Gill is giving a live webinar, and the door is going to be open for us to go platinum next Thursday, just 1 week from today. Well, family, as I said at the end of the call, get off this phone and get out there and go tell somebody what you heard today. You heard some good news, and someone is out there waiting to hear what you just heard. Get out there and share, family. Be back on the call tomorrow morning to hear more great things of what's happening here in Team Effort Network You are loved. You are appreciated. God bless you all, and have a prosperous day on purpose. Mwah.